Hi there, and welcome back to another watercolor tutorial. My name is Erin Eno, and today we're going to be painting these two fun and playful birthday cards. So grab your paints and let's get started. So before we get started, I'll just run through my materials for you. Today I'm using Strathmore's 400 series watercolor paper. It's 140 pounds, so it's a good weight for a card. I prefer to use it as opposed to a higher end paper, like a cotton paper, because I'm just wasting it if I'm just using it for a card. So I try to use this when I can for cards. I have Van Gogh paints in my palette. I have my jar of water, a paper towel, and for brushes today, I have grabbed my Princeton flat shader in a size 16, and I have two Princeton snap rounds, one in a 10 and one in a size 4. Okay, so in addition to that, you will also need a black marker. I'm just using a Sharpie today, and if you are not confident in writing freehand with the black marker, like I am not, I prefer to do it first in pencil. So I've got a pencil and an eraser. So we won't need those till much later. So let's start with the painting. Actually, first, I will just go through how I've prepped the cards. Sorry, I skipped that stage. I'm actually doing 2 cards today. So I have cut it to size for my envelope. I have scored it down the center, and I've masked off where the fold is, so I just know where I'm working. I do have a link to a scoring tool below in the description box. If you don't have one, and if you don't want to purchase one, just use something dull. You could even use the backside of a butter knife, as long as it's dull and it's not going to tear your paper. But I always score my cards so you get a nice clean fold. Okay, so now let's get into the painting. So the first card I want to do is going to be birthday candles. These are just going to be very simple, kind of whimsical cards. Okay, so I'm going to start with a pink, and to start, I'm just going to do candles in a light wash, okay? And if you don't have a flat shader, I'm only using a flat shader because you can just do the candles in one fell swoop, and it's much easier than using a round paintbrush. So I'm going to just pick whatever colors I want for the candles. Not sure if I should have done purple there. Probably should have done something else. Oh well, it's too late now. And they don't have to be perfect. They can be jiggly and squiggly because it's kind of, you know, going to be like a little whimsical card. So now we'll do blue. I had cerulean blue in there, but I don't think that's what I want. I'm going to go with a cobalt blue. That's not as deep as I want. There we go. This is going to dry quite a bit lighter, so I don't want them to fade away to nothing. Then I'm going to go in with an orange candle. Okay, so that's it for the first step for the candle. So I'm going to put this aside and let it dry and go on to the second card. Now the second card, I'm going to switch to a round paintbrush because I'm going to do fish on this one, which is not typically a birthday kind of theme, but I'm giving it to someone in particular who likes fish and has a fish tank and all that. So I thought fish would be cute, which is nice when you're doing cards, homemade cards, because you can personalize them. So I thought, why not? We'll do fish. So I'm just going to do very simple fish. Nothing fancy, just real kind of childlike and cartoony, I guess. Is that a word? Well, it is now. So just a simple fish shape. That's all I want with this. I don't want to overcomplicate things. I just want to do some quick little cards. So maybe I'll do an orange one, like a goldfish. And do one here. Maybe down here. And they don't all have to be the same size. I'm not worried about that either. I'm just putting random fish down. I will have them all facing the same way though. Okay, so I think that's it for the fish. I don't want to overdo it. I want it to be, you know, have enough white space on it that it's kind of clean looking. So now we have to let this guy dry. And we'll go back and see if our candles are dry. And they are. If this was cotton paper, they would not be dry. Another reason why I like to use the cellulose paper sometimes. So now I'm going to mask off a section of the card where we're going to put the words. Okay, so I'm just going to eyeball this. You can measure it if you want, but I don't think it's necessary unless you're, you know, going to be really off, but. There, like so. Whoops, sorry about that. Now, we're going to go back with the flat wash brush and just go over them again with another layer of paint. And we'll end up with slightly darker candles. Now I'm going to go in with my number 4 brush, and I'm just going to get like a yellowy kind of gold, whoops, for the flames of the candles. Okay. So I'm just going to do them kind of like just a little teardrop shape, basically. Okay, and we'll put this off to the side to dry now and go back to our goldfish. Oh, goldfish, they're not goldfish, they're back to the fish. Okay, so we're gonna put the tape down on the fish now, right about here. That should be good. And here. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go back in and do the second layer on the fish. So I think I need to mix more of the orange though. Kind of low on that, so. Okay. So I'm just going to go over the existing fish and put second layer on them. Okay, so that's it for the fish. I'm just going to get off this excess here because I don't want it to cause an issue. Okay, And we'll have to wait for these guys to dry before we can take the tape off. Okay, so now that the candles have dried, I'm finding that there's not enough difference between the color here and what is underneath the tape. So I'm just gonna go back in and do another quick layer on the candles. And we can call that done. Okay, so now I will get rid of my water and my paints. And we'll bring the fish back. Let the candles sit a bit, but we'll take the tape off the fish. Okay, now I'm just going to write in, I don't really need my brushes either, but okay, so for the fish, I'm just going to print happy birthday in capital letters, just, you know, kind of childlike, I guess, kind of loose. And I'm just going to lightly put it in here so I know I'm not going to run out of room. So that will work for that. And then go in with my Sharpie and just go over it. And I'll erase the pencil once I know that's for sure dry. And I'm not sure if I want to put little smileys on the fish or not. Maybe I do. I'm going to go in and put eyes and smiley faces. Like so. Okay, so that one's done. We'll go back to the candles, and they're dry to the touch, but I'll have to be careful. But there's definitely much more contrast now between the candles and what was under the tape, so that's what I want. So on this one, I'm going to write happy birthday. So again, I'll do it in pencil first. And already it's a little off center, so I don't like that. So I'll erase it, which is why I like to do it in pencil first. Okay, so that's definitely better position-wise. Take this tape off as well. And I'm going to do the wicks for the candles. And the lettering. Now, before I erase the pencil lines on this, I want to make sure that it's really dry, or else it will just streak on you and you'll be upset. So there are the finished cards. So I just wanted to try this technique of having the image kind of ghosted behind the type rather than completely knocked out and stark white. So I'm actually quite pleased with the way they turned out. They're very simple, but just kind of playful and fun. So I hope you'll give this a go. And if you're on Instagram, please tag me and post them so I can have a look and see what your cards look like. And if you want to see more beginner-friendly tutorials, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I have new videos up. So that's it for today, guys. It was great to have you here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.